Bang! What's poppin', people? Another episode 18 of Parlay Madness is live and direct. I'm hoping this Wi-Fi is going to be holding up. You know, I'm out here still in the Thailand mountains, boys, so the Wi-Fi is not the best. I'm very busy out here doing nothing, basically, but training, so not that busy, but kind of very busy because lots of training, and then I'm working outside of that. But I'm still here to bring in, to bring the picks to you, you know, to bring the content to you. I love doing it, and that's what I'm here for. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I had to go shit. Is what it is, boys. Gonna be completely honest. I can say it was technical difficulties. Basically, right before the podcast, I need to go shit, boys. So, you know, I'm gonna do that before coming on here. So I'm sorry, boys, but we're here now. Shout out to my man Chris Jones. James is the GOAT. I think this is going to be the best episode ever of Parlay Madness because there's a lot of motherfucking shit to talk about. We might have to do a little intro, talk about this UFC McGregor stuff, talk about how these motherfuckers robbed me. 2 weeks they knew McGregor was out and they still took my money. So, yeah, I'm a little bit angry. All the love from Canada. Appreciate you, brother. Real King saying I was really looking forward to that video because you know what you're talking about. Lots of health and blessings. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Same for you. What's taking so long? I already said it, bro. Taking so long, taking a dump. That's what it was, man. Sorry to be crude, Amanda. You know, we got women in the chat. Sorry to be crude, but I mean, reality is reality. You know what I'm saying? Always look forward to James Lucrative's content more than any other. I appreciate you. Spoiler alert. My big pick is Boo by Stub. Okay. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go. Did Dana answer? Dana ain't answer back. We're still in Thailand, John. You already know. We'll see. Submission, he gets destroyed. What else we got going on? Great stream. What's with the delay? I told you that. If I don't hurry my slow ass up, it was a slow ass, if you know what I'm saying. Beaver, Bum, smashing Thai lady boys, apparently. Fair enough. Tuned in and got shot. Boom! On the Android has to be. Yeah. I don't fuck with the Androids over here, brother. All right, man. So, yeah. New episode of Parlay Madness. I just realized I haven't even sent JB the stream yet. Oh, man. It's been a busy day. I haven't even sent JB the stream link. So how can he join? He can't. So I'll bring him in a minute. But, yeah, let's get this bread, gentlemen. Parlay Madness has been on a mad run. I think we've won 3 shows in a row or maybe 2 shows in a row. And I was doing the calculations for how much we've won. It's 45 units. This show is up 45 units in 18 episodes. It only started in 2024. So we're up 45 units in 2024. That is ridiculous, boys. That is insane. What other show is up 45 units? Mostly not. But that are giving you out all their bets because most shows don't give you out all their bets. And if they do, are they up 45 units? Do they even track to even know how much they're up? We're tracking all of our bets. No other show does that. That gives you out their bets for the most part. A couple do. And the couple that do, are they up 45 units? I don't think so. It's so funny because we lost like 5 or 6 shows in a row, which is the nature of parlays. And you had retards commenting like, oh, terrible show. Do you know how retarded that is? Like, we're up 45 units. This is the best show on earth, man. I don't give a shit. The best free show on earth. Tell me what other free show is giving you this content, giving you entertainment, and giving you content, and giving you inside information and knowledgeable information, as well as on top of all that, giving you 45 units of profit. That shit don't exist. I better get my flowers right now. You better give your flowers to JB right now because all these motherfuckers who were chatting shit over those 6 weeks are now pissed off. If you would have just bet on every single bet, you'd be laughing. You'd be up 45 units. But if you didn't bet and if you quit during those 6 weeks, now you're pissed off. If you commented during the 6 weeks, because a few people comment, I've hit these parlays in 2 weeks, you've lost. But if you would have hit every parlay, you'd be up 45 units. That's 45% profit. That's insane. From the banks, you get like 2 or 3% profit. So, yeah, man. In my opinion, best show in the game. And I'm waiting for JB to come. He's still not here. I told him I was going to be late. I might just have to go straight into the card because JB's still not here. So, but yeah. Swang MMA, too much yapping. That's why you're going to be broke forever, brother, because you can't listen to knowledge when people tell you. Blunt Force saying lucrative streaming live from Lumpini. You already know. Actually, a couple of the guys here fought a Lumpini last week. It's your fault Hill dropped out. I didn't do anything, bro. I ain't done anything to Hill. Why is it my fault? All right, I'm just going to go into the first fight of the night because I guess my man JB will come, when he's ready. But I don't have the first fight of the night up, which is JB's job. So yeah, we'll just wait for JB because he's coming now. Actually, so did you guys see my tweet about McGregor? How I paid $27,000 for the McGregor card for front row tickets, or like fourth row, fifth row, something like that, and now I find out he's taken out of the card. They better give me a refund. I ain't paying $27,000 for this shitty card. The only reason I paid that is because I wanted to see McGregor in the flesh. So they better give me a refund, or at least a portion or a refund or something, Because I'd rather have 27K than see this show. To be honest, I really just did it for McGregor. So, boys, hit me with some questions while we're waiting for JB. Blunt Force saying for 27K, I want McGregor to throw a dolly at me personally. I don't know what type of fetish that is, bro. But that's you. That's on you. 27K is a lot of money, yeah, but like it's all relative, man. I won $70,000 on Neil Magny on one fight, right? I won $70,000. So I put a portion of that 70,000 away because I knew McGregor was coming back this year, and I said, all right, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to basically put some of this away for McGregor's return fight or for the big fight in the summer. I couldn't make UFC 300 because I was busy. And I was like, all right, sweet, McGregor, I'll go and watch him. You bet on boxing? No, I don't bet on boxing. I used to bet on boxing, but it's not my sport. I don't focus on it anymore. I don't really watch it too much. So I don't really bet on it, bro. I did. The last boxing bet I had was Lomachenko to beat Devin Haney in a fight that he won, but he got robbed in. So, it's tough, man. Lots of robberies in boxing. Why are you a McGregor fanboy, gay as fuck? Is it gay to like fighters? Guys, let me know in the chat. Is it gay to like fighters and want to watch them live? Is it gay to watch MMA, guys? Is it gay to be a fan of MMA fighters? The internet gonna internet. Bruv, you really thought McGregor was gonna fight? It's all good to be a hindsight merchant, but at the end of the day, McGregor's never pulled out of a fight before in his entire career, boys. Let's be honest, right? He's never pulled out of a fight. Yes, you can say, oh, he's a drug addict now and stuff. It's true, but we don't know that's going to correlate into a fight pull-out. He's going to fight. Michael Chandler and McGregor will fight. So there you go. Perez minus 170 against Jiri is their value. I definitely wouldn't play at that, man. Jiri's a madman. Fair play. I'm sure McGregor headline main event will be unmatched. All right, we're 8 minutes in, and I got my man JB. It's my fault. I'm gonna bring him in.
What up, bro? How am I sounding?
We'll test it out. Have you got the new mic on?
Yeah. Everything should be good, bro.
Nice, bro. We got the new mics. Everyone can hear the dulcet tones of JB live in the flesh. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I just got to get myself like a little headset, bro, but everything's good. It sounds clear to me right now, so everything's fine, bro. Let's give out these parlays. Let's get it going so I can get to bed, bro. I'm getting a little bit tired. I ain't even going to lie to you. It's like 12:30 over here, but I still got the plays down. They're in my head, so let's give them to the people.
All right, bro. So we'll do what we did last time. If you could bring up like the fights, and then we'll rattle it off that way, and I'll type out the plus legs, etc.
First fight, Costa versus Nurdenbeck. You got Costa sitting, I believe, at like a minus 180 price tag. I'll look just to make sure. But what do you think about this one, bro? What plus EV legs do you think there is?
Yeah, clear dog or pass for me, mate. I don't really know why Nurdenbeck is such a big underdog. What has Costa really done to warrant being minus 200? I mean, maybe you can tell me. because I can't tell myself when I'm looking into the fight, when I'm doing research for this fight. Shaolin's going to push a wrestling pace at times. He's going to get takedowns here. I think he'll be able to take down. I think he's probably the stronger of the two. I feel like he's a bit more physical. I think he hits a little bit harder. And Costa hasn't really proven anything at the UFC level. He's 1-2. Yes, we can talk about, short notice fights and stuff. They have a common opponent in Steve Garcia. Obviously, one fighter fought a lot better than the other fighter. I bet on Costa to win via submission, I think. Just a little sprinkle on a 700 odds or something like that against Steve. And I guess he tried to go for it. He tried to wrestle, but he couldn't get him down. It was a very weird first round. And then he just got broken in round 2. So it's like, I don't really see where Costa has the minus 200 skill set here. I guess it's on the feet. Is he minus 200 in the kickboxing fight? Probably around that. I wouldn't say it's fairly, far from that. But this is an MMA fight. So, yeah, I'll go with Shaolin. I think the clear value's on Shaolin, regardless of what happens in the fight, to be honest, mate. So, I like Shaolin. I like plus money in this. I like the plus money total. And I like the plus money money line. So, whatever you're giving me plus money on, I'm thinking is the plus easy leg. And that is the under and Shaolin.
Yeah, I don't really have a opinion on a total in this fight, but I do think Costa is going to win. I think he's going to be able to get back to the feet. I do think Nurdenbeck will have the success in the takedowns early, so I'd rather live bet it. But he just doesn't have the best top control for me. I think Costa will be able to get back up, and then once he does get back up, I think he does have the better stand-up of the two. I think he's going to be able to land body kicks at will. I think he's going to be able to piece up Nurdenbeck. Sure, once he takes him down a few times and then he gets back up, I don't think he has a plan B after that. So I'm going to go with Costa here. A little bit of disagreement, but I would just say I wouldn't put him in a parlay at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Gun to my head, I think it's 50-50 fight, to be honest, bro. So, you to say Costa winning, it's not wow, Costa, you're saying Costa's winning, I'm disagreeing. I just think it's fairly close to a 50-50 fight. If you want to tell me Costa wins one more time, than Shaolin over 100, then that's fine. So maybe he does win more often than not, but I don't think he's minus 200. I'll tell you that for a fact. So I'm going to write down Shaolin for me. I'm going to write down the under for me. But obviously, we don't have to. You don't have to put it. You won't put it in a parlay, but maybe I will. I need to get the odds up here. Can you tell me the odds, and I'll write down the legs?
I got it right here. It's plus 163 for Shaolin, and then it is under 2.5. Or you want fight doesn't go? Because
just give me both.
I would say fight
both.
doesn't go is minus 150, and I think that's better.
Then what?
Plus 105.
Yeah. I'll write ends ITD. The reason is because I think Shaolin doesn't have a great gas tank.
Yeah.
And I think that if Costa's getting back to his feet, he's going to be landing a lot of kicks to the body as well. He goes to the body a lot, so he's going to be winding Shaolin. And, I could see it dragging out late and maybe Costa getting some type of finish. I also think that the ends by sub isn't the worst look. I definitely think TKO can happen, but I think Shaolin's going to push a wrestling pace, and I think there's going to be a lot of scrambles in this fight. When there's scrambles, sometimes submissions happen. So, I'll write down the ends ITD at minus 115, and we'll move on to the next fight, bro.
Yeah, if you like that. I like. Okay, so the next fight is Julia Pastry, plus 145, and Josephine Nutson, minus 170. You want me to go first on this one, or you got it?
Yeah, can do, bro. We can go 1 for 1.
Yeah. So I like Josephine Nutson here. I think she should be able to get takedowns when she wants. I think she's going to be able to avoid the jiu-jitsu of Pastry. I don't think Pastry's got much on the stand-up either. I think Nutson covers her in most spots. I think the cardio is good for Knutson as well. So minus 170 now. I actually think the value starts to come on her. And a lot of people taking the over in this fight as well. So I wouldn't be looking to bet that. It's minus 350. I'm not sure how you feel about that one either.
I like the over. I don't see either girl getting finished, to be honest. I mean, where does the finish come from? Pastry's a fucking tough girl, man. She's a really tough girl, bro. I actually like Pastry a lot. I said before her Dana White's Contender Series fight, which was a long time ago, not her recent one, the first one against Jasmine. I said that this chick is a good fighter. I said Pastry's good. She'll be in the UFC in the future. But I don't know why she's fighting up a weight class. And then she goes up against Jasmine and she just gets wrestle fucked in a very close fight. I'm saying very close. You know, it was a close fight. She performed well up a weight class against a physical girl, in my opinion. You know, it's one thing moving up a weight class and fighting a random chick. It's another thing moving up a weight class and fighting a physical girl for that weight class who pushes a wrestling pace. It's just a terrible decision that she made to fight Jasmine, even though it was a decent fight. You know, I think she's a good fighter, Pastry, man. I really do, bro. And she definitely like, I think she's got good tools for women's MMA, and I think she's going to get a lot of wins in the UFC. And fuck, I wanted to bet in this fight. But Nutson's a good fighter as well, bro. She's close with with Smila Sundell, who's one of my favorite fighters in the world at the moment. She's a Muay Thai fighter. If you don't know Smila Sundell, everybody go Google her. She's a fucking beast at 19 years of age. And those girls, I think they've trained together before. They're definitely friends. And she's got good training partners. She fights well. She's a smart girl. She's a good strike. She's good at MMA. You know what I mean? She's strong as well. I just got a feeling this is going to be a close fight, man. I just think Nutson can probably. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, the things made a noise. I just feel like it's going to be close, but Nutson. There's only one girl that's really going to have true wrestling success in this fight, and it's probably Nutson, right? I don't know if she's going to take her down and dominate her from top control, but I can see her getting a couple takedowns. I can see her grappling her. I can see her slowing things down in the clinch. And I think that might be the way she wins the fight. But I think it's going to be a close fight, bro. Honestly, like I think Pastry is the side, but I think she's going to lose. And I don't know if I want to risk my money on a fighter I think is going to lose, who I think's the side, like when I bet on Costa 2 weeks ago against Sean Strickland. So I'm going to take some time to think about it. I definitely think the fight's going over. Nutson and Magomedov, you know, like that's what I'm saying, bro. It's tough, man. It's tough. The Pastry's a good fighter, man. JB looking like a whole different person. Jewish better with the fresh cut, hit some fresh bets. You know, like everybody loving JB. JB, bro, you're the man of the hour right now. Everyone's saying you're looking handsome, etc., etc. So
let's go.
Hopefully that translates. Hopefully
some
that translates
bets, right?
into some bets. I'm not going to put Pastry in the parlay because I'm just not confident enough in her. But I'll write down the over 2.5 at -350 that you mentioned, just because maybe I put that in. We'll see, bro. But those are my thoughts on the fight. I do think it's a close fight. Pastry might be being a little bit underrated here, but ultimately I do think Nutson probably gets her decision win just like she did last time.
That's a bet, bro. We got Jekka Sari versus Weston Wilson. Sheesh.
Bro, I'm going to leave this one to you. I don't really give a shit about the fight. I think this is a mean fight. I think anything can happen. I think Weston Wilson winning is not out of the question. Jekka Sari is like, I don't know, bro. Like, if you don't knock him out in round one, it's probably going to get weird. I also think he can get finished in round one himself. If Weston Wilson shoots takedowns, he probably might dominate him. I might even bet Weston fucking Wilson. Can you imagine that? Is he going to get knocked out in round one again 4 times in a row? Or whatever it is? I don't know, man. Maybe you can shed a little bit more light on into this one, bro. I'll probably speak to my guys, see if they have an angle, retape it as I've been doing a lot this week, and make a true decision. But at the podcast right now, I'm saying that it's dog or pass, and that some weird shit's about to happen in this one.
Yeah, I like Jekka here. I think he's going to get the job done. I know I'm taking every favorite at this point, but I'm just taking who I think is going to win. I think Jekka is going to be able to beat him, stuff the takedowns. I don't think Weston Wilson has an actual wrestling game. I know Jekka doesn't have the best takedown defense, but I think Weston Wilson's more of like a gimmicky sub type guy. He's not a get on top, beat you down, but standing back, take anything's really possible. So don't know if I really feel safe parlaying Jekka at -340, but I think he's one of the favorites again who gets the job done, probably via KO. In all honesty, but also seen Weston Wilson get memed a few times, and if it's going to be a win for Weston Wilson, I honestly think it's just going to be a round 1 sub. There is a small percentage of the time where he backpacks him for 2 of the 3 rounds, and Jekka doesn't get submitted. But I think if he's able to get that backpack submission, Jekka might just be lost. So could be a wrap right there. And that's where I'm at. I still think Jack is going to win, but not going to parlay it. I just don't trust Weston Wilson. I think there's better spots on the card, and I think he probably gets cut here.
Yeah, fair enough. Do we like the under 1.5?
Could just see like him getting hurt and then pulling guard, and then he doesn't want to go into the guard. He took Pawan Man Singh, that guy, to like round 3. He's got a few decisions on his record, Jekka as well, versus like low-level competition. So if Weston's low-level competition, I know he folds, but he has a few decision losses as well. I don't necessarily think like one way or the other, honestly.
This is a step down, a big step down for Weston Wilson as well. So, everyone thinking that the same thing's going to happen over again. We've seen time and time again, like Dominic Reyes, when you do take that step down, shit changes. So, yeah, that's where we're at, I guess.
Yeah, kind of a rough one, bro, honestly. Carly Judas versus Gabriela Fernandez. I think we have similar opinions on this. Well, obviously the line moved, but I think Judas is going to be able to – it's going to be a striking matchup, in my opinion. I think both girls would be smart to maybe mix into some grappling, especially Judas. We've seen, the path there to take Fernandez down. She does have some sub-equity, but I think Judas is a little bit tough. She knows a little bit better than that to wind up in those positions. So, honestly, I think it's going to be a striking matchup, though. I think for 3 rounds, I think it goes to decision as well. And I think Judas has a chance to just win on volume alone, lands the more shots. It could be a split decision, I think, even. But if you're giving me a close fight, give me the dog here. WMMA, I got to go with Judas. I think she's the more, like, promotable product as well. Like, Fernandez, she lost a few times. We already know she can't defend the takedown, whereas Judas, it's a striker versus striking matchup. I actually really like what the UFC is doing here. It's a close one, man, but give me Judas, bro. Not into it.
Yeah, it could just bro. I agree with you, man. I think the side is what you've mentioned. It's one of those ones where it could just turn out that like Gabriela just hits way too hard, and these are women, and Gabriela hits a little bit like a man, so it's a little bit like a cheat code. There's a reason why Peyton Talbot is who he is, right? And why I've touted him for so long is because he's got a massive physicality advantage, right? His pace, his cardio, his punch power and durability for the division is he's coming in with a lightweight punch power and durability in the bantamweight division. I kind of feel the same with Gabriela Fernandez. I feel like, she's fighting with a weight class above durability and power edge, physicality edge. So that does win a lot of fights. Maybe she just kicks Judas in the head once and then it's just game over. She kicks like fucking Yod Sanklai. So it could just be that. But if it ain't that, right, and it's hard to predict whether she's just going to fucking head kick KO or a body kick KO. Like, she hits hard, but at the end of the day, man, it's like, she ain't a great fighter, in my opinion, She's a good striker. And outside of that, she don't put an MMA game together well, to be honest. I think Judas she's a little bit more technical here. She may be able to time her. If she goes for takedowns, which she did go for takedowns in that Contender Series fight. So if she goes for takedowns again here, what happens then? She might be able to get her down. We don't really know. I don't know too much about Judas's ground game. Her wrestling don't look great, but like I think she'll shoot a couple of times here, especially after feeling these big shots, this physicality advantage, like I said. So if she gets on top, it could literally be the round. Gabriela Fernandez hasn't won in the UFC.
She doesn't get up. Her takedown defense is actually not the worst, but she just
it's all right. Exactly. So if she gets on top, it could be a wrap. Man. I mean, I think you have to take a big plus number in this type of fight.
I think she could have a slight cardio advantage too if it gets to round 3.
Maybe. I think Gabriela's got good cardio. Like, I bet on her via KO against Blader.
Blada's a gasser,
and in round 3. Round 3, it's true, but round 3 she was pushing. Regardless of Blader, like round 3 she was pushing.
I get what you're saying.
But you do get a boost of energy when your opponent gets tired.
You just see they're tired,
was it actually? Yeah. So it could be that. And we could be tricked into thinking that Fernandez has decent cardio when in fact she just got a boost. It's just like adrenaline cardio, which is a real thing that people might not want to admit, but that's a real thing. So maybe that's the case. But yeah, I don't think she's got terrible cardio. I think probably Judas has a cardio advantage though. So yeah, we're on a dog here. Do we like any props or anything? I'm gonna write Judas's money line down. If you could tell me the price.
Yeah, plus 141 at this moment.
Wow, that dropped down a lot.
Yeah, I still kind of like it though. I think it's almost closer to pick'ems, if anything. Fight goes the distance.
What about
minus 190? I kind of like that, to be honest. But
yeah,
both girls have finishing equity.
Yeah, I think it's more on the Fernandez side.
Judas is tough,
more on the Fernandez side. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is it plus? I think it's plus EV, bro. Like, I reckon that fight goes to decision, 75% of the time? Maybe that shit might have to be up at minus 300
like
range
minus
or something,
250
JB.
fight goes.
Yeah, what's that, like 72 or some shit? I would agree with that. Yeah, all right. We're at the GTD down there at minus 190. What's Judas' decision, just since we've got Judas and it
I was
goes to
going to look at that too. I don't think it's much, though.
Yeah.
Plus 185.
That's what I got on her money line, basically, bro. So, yeah, I'm definitely can't in good conscience be giving that out.
Nate Maness versus Jimmy Flick, the fight everybody wants to know about, bro. You want me to go on this one, or you?
Yeah, if everyone wants to know about it, I think they want to know what you know, because I don't know much about this one, bro. I don't have a big opinion.
Yeah, me either. It's a tough one. Maybe like Maness 2-3. I see some people playing. It makes sense if Jimmy Flick's like got his chance in round one. Maybe round one sub for Jimmy Flick. Honestly, just don't really want much to do with this fight. If anything, my play would be to take a flyer on round one sub Jimmy Flick, just because I've seen it happen to Maness before. I don't think he has the best takedown defense. And while Flick isn't the best on the feet, he does have advantages, especially here when he gets it to the mat. I think he's going to have a big jiu-jitsu advantage, big grappling advantage. So we're talking about plus 425 at flyweight, or more fights are ending by submission than any other weight class. It's not usually the knockout that you see. I know Flick does get knocked out, but let's just talk about who he's fought, right? Costa, not going to knock him for that one. And then Charles Johnson, who's been fighting like amazing as of lately. So that's a high level of competition. I think Nate Maness is a step down for sure. And now Nate Maness is the biggest favorite he's ever been. He's actually never even been a favorite in the UFC. So now we're saying he's the biggest, like he's a minus 500 favorite, but he's never been a favorite in the UFC before. To me, it's just a little bit crazy, man. So I know Flick is not that good, bro, but he's did it last time out. We had him by sub against Gordon because we knew Gordon's just a flake, straight up flake. But I also think if he does get Maness to the mat here, Maness isn't a BJJ guy like Gordon is. It's going to be a big advantage for Flick. So he could look minus, whatever if he hits the mat here. And I think Maness, probably wins this fight. Probably in rounds 2-3, but my read on it is Flick round one sub, because I think. Yeah, I think. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I think Maness is a decent fighter, bro. Like, he's got good takedown defense, and I know people are gonna watch that Umar fight and be like, "Oh no, Maness has good takedown defense, man. Like, trust me, he's got good. Go watch his entire career. Yeah, go watch his entire career.
Fight. I think he defended a good amount, like 15 takedowns or something.
I bet him and I bet him in that fight because I knew he had good takedown defense. And then he defended all takedowns and then knocked him out. Almost got knocked out himself, but the read wasn't that Gravely was ever going to knock him out. The read Gravely was going to wrestle fuck him. And then he defended all takedowns. So it's going to be hard for Flick to get him down. But this is MMA, man. If Flick just shoots a mad double leg and just spazzes onto it, well, why can't he get him down once? Like, it can happen. It's MMA, right? But I do think Maness is a good fighter. But should he be minus 500? It's just hard for me to say minus 500 when you're facing a guy who has like extreme finishing upside against almost anybody in the division. You know what I mean? Anyone who can hit flying triangles and shit, like, you have to give him some type of credit. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of fighters can do that. He's obviously very, very tricky with his jiu-jitsu. He gets into like at least one position almost every fight, right? Whether he finishes it or not, he usually gets into a position. So Yeah, I think flick round 1 sub as like a little flyer is not a bad bet because I don't think he's doing it in round 2 or round 3 most likely. My boy Clint parlayed the fuck out of Nate Maness, anchored him, put Nate Maness in all of his parlays, like 11 units on.
Yes, sir.
And
20. No, I'm joking.
I tried to tell him, I tried to tell Clint, I was like, bro, this is probably not the best way to play the game, but obviously he's gonna do what he's gonna do, but I don't advocate for that. Yeah. I don't advocate for that approach. But I do think that he is a safe parlay leg here. If you play that type of, but I wouldn't put him in a parlay personally. But there's two different things: safe parlay leg versus would I put him in a parlay, right? Like I personally wouldn't put him in a parlay. Do I think he's safe? AKA, do I think he's going to win? Yeah, I do think he's going to win, but you just have to look at if there's any value on the odds. And at minus 500, I don't know if there's any value, man. So, yeah, man, we've spoken enough about that fight. I don't even have a fucking strong read.
Yeah,
I guess the under 1.5 hits.
I'm going to go on to the next one. Tagir Ulombekov, minus 203. Josh Van, plus 173. We might have a differing opinion on this one. I'm going to let you go first, my man.
Well, shout out to Big Bird. Shout out to Big Bird because he bet on Joshua Van in his debut, and that was obviously a good bet there. And now everyone's jumping on the Joshua Van hype, right? But the market isn't too much, right? Because he's plus 190, and okay, he's moved to plus 173 here. But I mean, look, man, I think that Tagir Ulombekov is a very, very good fighter. I've bet on Tagir a couple of times in his UFC run. I've never bet against Tagir Ulombekov ever. So I rate him as a prospect. I think he's a good fighter, good wrestling, good chin, although he's hittable. He's got a good chin. Open to be calf kicked, as we spoke about on the DMs earlier. And I think someone like Van can hurt him on the feet, for want of a better word. I think Van, if he stays safe in round 1, which I think is going to be a tough round 1 because Tagir's going to probably shoot out the gate. I don't think Van has really felt anything like the wrestling onslaught of Tagir Ulombekov in his entire career, and he's only 23 years old or something. So obviously, it's going to be tough to deal with that wrestling pressure early. But I don't think Tagir has the best gas tank. I know he's gone 5 rounds before, but like Blunt Force is saying right now, forward pressure will have him walking into the takedowns. But I also think that if he stays safe, that forward pressure is going to get to Tagir, man. I think Tagir is going to start to gas out. I'm actually pretty confident that Van can take the last round, because Van, he goes kind of crazy in round 3 anyway. His whole game is kind of like Peyton Talbot. It's about wearing you out. It's about wearing you down. It's about making you break. So Van winning round 3 is decently predictable here for me. So really, it comes down to round 2, and I think that at plus 190, when you have a fighter like Joshua Van, who has massive finishing upside on the feet against anyone he fights, big hooks to the body, very, very crisp boxing, could knock down or knock out anyone and change the trajectory of a fight in any fight that he's in, somebody who's making rapid improvements in MMA, as we've seen time and time again, someone that could be a potential star in the sport, top 5 type fighter, I think at plus 190, you kind of just have to trust him in this spot, I think it's a very tough matchup for him. We've seen him submitted before. But like when the going gets tough, who's really going to come out on top, man? Like who's going to come out on top when the going gets tough in round 3? I think it's Joshua Van, bro. And like I've said this, I said this to a few people on Telegram earlier this week when I'm speaking about this fight, right? And I said that there's certain things we can't see on tape, such as mindset, the will to win, improvements. We can't see these things on tape, right? You can't see how much improvement a guy has made from camp to camp. Now, we can see the recent improvements, but we don't know how much improvements is going to happen in this camp, right? Maybe there's none. Maybe there's tons. But At plus 190, I'm willing to bet on some of these unknowns. This is MMA, man. Shit happens fucking every week. Crazy shit happens, right? So I'm willing to take a shot on Joshua Van now. If he is the guy that I think he could be, I don't know if he is, but if he is the guy who I think he could be, then I think plus 190 is an auto bet and a must bet against someone like Tagir Ulombekov. So, that's my prediction on the fight. A little bit of an in-depth one here. Those are my entire thoughts. What about you, bro?
Yeah, to respond to Blunt Force, I think the pressure is going to force the takedowns out of Ulombekov, especially the later the fight goes. I assume Ulombekov is going to be able to get him down early in the fight, wind up in the clinch with him, but eventually the pressure is going to get to him, force the takedowns. Then he's not going to be able to withstand what Van's going to be giving him on the feet. He's going to be shooting sloppy takedowns, and just like James, I believe he takes round 3 at a high clip. A lot of improvements, trains at a great gym, has a lot of focus on him at that gym. Super young. I just believe the upside's there. And if he wins this fight, you're never going to get this price on him again for this talent. So a lot of sharp money coming in on the Ulombekov side. I'm going to be going the opposite of that. I think it's starting to come back in once it hit plus 190. Saw a little bit of buyback. Now it's at plus 170. So give me Josh Fan to get this one done. I like him by decision here in this spot as well. Send at like plus 415. I don't mind that. I think Ulombekov is pretty tough. He could finish him for sure in rounds 2, 3. But I think more often than not, for plus 415, if this fight does go to decision, which it's pretty close to do so, I think Van wins a decent amount of those times.
Let's go, bro. So, all right, Joshua Van down.
I wanted to say was I think a lot of these pre-UFC losses, like Paris Moran's pretty good, man. I know the Devin Jackson one was a bad one, but he's 19, 20 years old. And it's his third fight, so give the kid at least a little bit of a break. So yeah, I like that. We're on the same side there. I will definitely be putting him in at least one parlay this week.
And this is a bad stylistic matchup for Van. Like, I'm not gonna act like it's not, right? It's like it's one of the worst stylistic matchups for him. Okay, from what we've seen, obviously, right? It's a wrestler, it's not a striker. But I do think that people underrate improvements, mindset, and will to win. I think people underrate those 3 things in MMA, and I've actually made a lot of money betting on that type of thing, right? So yeah, we'll see how it plays out, man. I don't know.
I like Josh Van a lot.
Anything other than the money line? I don't really love anything other than it.
Personally, I like the decision at plus 415. I think if it goes to decision, bro, he's winning a little bit more than they're giving him credit for. Whereas Ulombekov,
I actually like 415 as well, yeah.
Plus 415, yeah, I like that one.
I would like round 3 decision because I feel like it. I think Joshua Van's going to hurt him in round 3. It could, it could be. I don't know. I haven't checked, but I think it could be one of those ones, bro, where like he loses the first 2 rounds, knocks him down in round 3, gets a 10-8, like Zaleski type fight, or maybe he loses 29-28, but he knocked him down. He almost finished him, and we're like, we almost had him. One of those ones, but we'll see what happens, bro. He could get subbed in round 1. Then I look fucking stupid, but we'll see.
Yeah, let's just go with Van money line plus 173.
He could tap like chicken. Who knows, right? Do we have round 3 decision there, bro?
I mean, I don't have it. You're gonna have to look it up. I mean,
I just don't.
I could look it up on FanDuel. It's fine.
Can someone just put in the chat what round 3 decision is?
I'll do it right now, and then I will let you know what the next fight is, and we can start to break it down. It is Adam Fugitt versus Josh Quinlan, plus 100, minus 120.
I think Joshua Quinlan's going to knock the boy out, bro. I think Joshua Quinlan has a massive durability edge. I think he has a massive power edge. I don't see Fugitt staying away from exchanges over 15 minutes, to be honest. And I don't think he's going to finish Josh Quinlan. Josh Quinlan looks pretty tough, bro, to me, to be honest. He looks very, very tough. To be honest, he took a shit kicking against Danny Barlow, and I was massive on Danny Barlow in that fight, right? I bet on Danny Barlow in that fight. I bet on Danny Barlow via KO in that fight. And fuck, he almost lost it to decision. That was kind of crazy, you know? Even when he got finished, he only just got finished. I think the durability edge is massive here, bro. Tristan saying Fugitt grappling edge. Yeah, he could take him down. What's it called? Joshua Quinlan is the underdog. Yeah, so like he's there for a reason. But bro, my read is my read, and I think Fugitt's getting knocked out or hurt badly. So there you go.
Round 3 decision is plus 310 for Josh Van. I don't have a big opinion on this fight. I think it could go over for the Quinlan fight, but I don't want to go too in depth on it. I just want to kind of figure out what the plus EV legs are, and I'm not even going to argue with you on that one because I think both these guys are just not that good. I think Quinlan's fought super low level competition, beaten super low level competition, just took a shit kicking a few months ago, and now he's coming back pretty quickly. So that worries me as well. So this is just an overall pass for me. I'll let you write down Quinlan, but I'm good on that. You think it was over or under?
No, I think Quinlan knocks him out. How is Fugitt going to avoid the striking exchanges? Danny Barlow couldn't even avoid the striking exchanges. Danny Barlow got cracked with big shots. Yes, he landed way more shots because he's way better. And I had a 5-unit play, one of my biggest plays of the year on Danny Barlow. So it's not like, I thought he was going to win that fight or anything. But if Danny Barlow cannot avoid being cracked and avoid exchanges with Quinlan, how the fuck is Adam Fugitt going to do it? He might do it with grappling, but I haven't seen enough out of Fugitt's grappling or Quinlan's grappling to say definitively that Quinlan's going to be able to get wrestle fucked here. That could happen. And that's why the line is where it is. I just don't know how Fugitt is going to avoid this close quarter striking exchanges. I don't think Quinlan is that good, but what he does have, he does well. He's kind of like a Chaos Williams type fight. I don't think Chaos Williams is very good, bro. But what he does have is a great chin and great power. And I think Quinlan is on the same cloth. So we'll see how it goes, bro. He might get wrestle fucked here. That is a possibility, but that's really my only worry. I don't really worry about too much else. So yeah. So what's the price for Quinlan and Quinlan KO?
Plus 145 for Quinlan KO.
And what about Quinlan?
Minus 120.
Okay, and
the under is 1.5 at plus 170.
Yeah, I'll write that down as well.
All right.
I probably won't use that one, but I will write it as well. Because maybe Fugitt could get a sub or some shit.
It's possible. I would see like a club and sub. It's possible, but I don't have a strong opinion on that one. I will let you take over for that one. And we're going to move on to the next fight. We got Asu Almeida minus 600. Jose Johnson plus 425. Anything on this one, bro?
I don't know. Jose Johnson is absolutely massive. He's got that going for him, but, his takedown defense ain't really there. He's got a decent guard, he's got a couple of tricks, a couple of sweeps, etc., but any real grappling can kind of just fuck him up. Asu looks like a decent fighter. I don't think he's the best fighter of all the time. I think there's a world in which Jose Johnson can win the fight at massive, massive dog odds. Will I be betting it? Probably not. Will I be parlaying Asu? Definitely not. Probably just a massive pass for me, JB. I don't really have a good read on it.
Yeah, I think there's better options on the card, but I think Jose Johnson's guard could give Asu problems. He tends to sit in the guard. And on the top of that, he has not fought the best wrestlers in the UFC. Ode Osborne, CJ Vergara. That's not... I think the length of Jose Johnson could give him problems on the ground. But other than a flash submission or Asu just doesn't get takedowns, which I don't see here. I don't really see a path for Jose Johnson. So I would be willing to stab the sub for Jose Johnson at 25, plus 2,500, plus 2,600. Around 2-3 subs as well. But I've seen Asu put himself in triangles, put himself in guillotines before, and I don't think he's out of realm to lose this fight. So that's just my read on it. Will I be parlaying it today? No. So we could just move on to the next fight, bro. Garrett.
Oh, honestly, I might chuck a quarter unit on the sub if it's fucking 25-1 JB or something. That's not a bad
I already
shout.
did it. Yeah, I already did it.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll put him if we both, because dude, all right, he sits in the guard of everybody. I've seen him put himself in sketchy spots. Jose Johnson, he could even just pull the Jeff Glover guillotine. You know what I'm talking about? He just reaches around and grabs his head because, dude, so long, dude. He could put you in a submission from almost any angle. Front chokes all day. I don't
and long legs
here.
Yeah, it's one of them ones where I feel like he's gonna be in a choke. He'll probably get out, but he probably will be in one. You know, so I don't know. 25-1 is cool.
They're gonna be grappling, so I already took the shot on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good shot.
yeah, man. Garrett Armfield versus Brady Hiestand, bro. I'll go on this one. I thought Garrett Armfield was gonna be the play. I played him last time at dog odds. Now he's big minus odds. He's going up against a grappler / wrestler who could give him problems in that category. So if he stands able to get takedowns here, which I think he's going to be able to do, I think he's going to look at least. I think he's going to look like the favorite here, not the underdog. I think Hiestand doesn't have the best stand up. Obviously, Garrett Armfield's going to have the better boxing, especially early in the fight. But the later the fight goes, he's going to fade out. I think Hiestand has good cardio. He's also young, 25 years old only as well. So he's obviously getting better and better UFC experience. His one loss was to Ricky Tercios, split decision. Other than that, the Ultimate Fighter. And he came out with a good win in his last fight against, obviously, say what you want to say. But he was a big underdog there, I believe, versus Dana, if I'm not mistaken. And at least a lot of people had Dana from what I remember. And he winds up, shitting in that and just knocking him out in the third round, gasses him out. I think Armfield could wind up gassing himself out as well. So I don't count a finish out the late rounds for Hiestand either. So give me Hiestand here at the dog odds, bro. Plus 165, I think, is a good line.
Yeah, bro, I agree with you. At the end of the day, man, Armfield has been grapple fucked and taken down and lost fights via grappling time and time again. And through his entire career, JB, I go back and watch all of the fights that he lost. I watched all of the fights that he lost this week. And there was literally a running theme throughout every single loss, not just one or two, every single one. You know what that was? Grappling, wrestling. He got taken down multiple times by Vogel, and then submitted. David Onama obviously finished him via submission out as well. I think that Hiestand is the type of guy that is going to cause him issues because he's going to push the wrestling pace. He's always had trouble with the wrestling pace. And good cardio, and he goes hard in round 3. He kind of always gasses in round 3, right? So I think that stylistically, it's a bad matchup for Armfield, even though Armfield is kind of the better fighter overall. I guess skill set for skill set. But I was speaking about this with Islam Makhachev and Khabib earlier in the week. And I was basically saying that Khabib is way better at MMA and way more effective than Islam. It's not close because people think like Islam's better than Khabib. But people don't understand. There's two different things, right? There's a fighter who can be better, right, in terms of their skill sets. Better. Islam's way better skill set than Khabib, way deeper than Khabib. But Khabib's way better at MMA. And I kind of feel the same here. I don't think it's way better, but I think that Armfield has got better skill set overall if you break everything down. But I think that Hiestand has the stuff that you need to beat Armfield, which is the wrestling pace and the cardio, really. So I'm happy to play Hiestand here, especially at big dog odds.
Yeah, I don't mind.
What's the odds for him?
For Hiestand, round 3 is what you were asking?
Just Hiestand money line.
Oh, plus 165.
Can someone tell me Hiestand round 3 decision? Because I might have to be playing round 3 decision on Hiestand as well. Because I don't really think. I mean, to be honest, when Armfield gets finished, it's not really in round 3. I don't think he's been finished in round 3 before. Let me check his record. The two I remember was Onama and Vogel. They weren't in round 3. So yeah, if someone could tell me round 3 decision.
I got you. It is plus 140. Oh no, plus 220.
Yeah, so looking up his record now, he's been finished by choke twice, and they was both in round 2. So oftentimes, JB, I kind of I look at historics and how fighters have lost the fight. It's a weird thing in MMA. But once a fighter loses a fight one way, sometimes they just like to keep losing the fight the exact same way. So I don't really like the round 3 decision now. But, I guess Hiestand doesn't really put too much of a pace in round. Like he's usually a round 3 fighter, right? Like he'll get to you, but maybe not in round 2. But since Armfield kind of gasses like after 7.5 minutes, I might just relax on that. You said a lot of people had Dana last time. I actually bet on Hiestand in that fight, and Obviously, finished him in round 3, was underdog there. So I'm going straight back to the well with him. I think it could be a similar type fight where, maybe he's down a little bit, but he pushes through and gets a round 3 finish or a decision. So, yeah, we got Hiestand for the money line. I will write the round 3 decision just because I don't really think it's going to come in round 2, but I'm a little bit worried about him losing in round 2 twice already. But those were against fighters that push a heavier pace, or Onama's just completely level above. So plus 225, you said, for the round 3 decision. That's about it on my end.
Yeah. Onama, yeah, that was a short notice fight too as well. So, and he gassed bad.
Yep.
So I agree with that one. Next fight, we got Miles Johns versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. I'll let you take this one first, my man. What do you got on this one?
Yep. I like Miles Johns here. I think Douglas De Silva is too old, bro. There's a decent age gap here. So we got a 7-year age gap, I believe it is, and it might even be. No, I think it's 7. And that's gonna cause some issues here. Douglas was lucky to get his win the last time out. He was on his way to losing that fight. Should have lost that fight against Cody Stamann, who's a decent fighter, but he ain't the best fighter. I don't think he's like levels above Miles Johns at this point in their career, to be honest. And it's one of them ones where we could just see Silva's performance decrease and decrease and decrease now. Obviously, there's a lot of speak about USADA being gone now and fighters looking better than ever. And I do kind of agree that some fighters have looked a little bit better with their cardio, maybe with their durability. Some of these older fighters are performing better. I do agree with that. I haven't sat down and fully thought about it because I don't want to have confirmation bias. There have been some fighters that have just looked terrible anyway and gassed out anyway. So I don't want to have confirmation bias there, but there could be some argument to be made that, Douglas, even though he's getting old, is going to be on a lot of steroids here. Not that I think he ever wasn't on them. But the same can be said against Miles Jones. He popped for steroids not long ago, right? And then he comes back and has amazing cardio against, who is it, Katona? Yeah, the name is, the name's out of my head. But yeah, I think that if you're saying that you want to, because a few people have said, yeah, they want to bet on Silva because like the steroid angle and shit. I'm like, bro, like Jones just popped for steroids as well, so it's probably going to be beneficial for both of them. I think Miles Jones can get takedowns here. We've seen that Douglas doesn't have that much off his back. He's quite solid and strong, and it's not easy to take him down. But if he can get in on his hips, which Jones can do, I do think that he can probably get some top time. I also think Jones can knock him out on the feet. I think Silva is looking more vulnerable these days. He got hurt by Cody Stamann, which isn't a great look because Cody Stamann is not a finisher. Doesn't hurt many people. So yeah, give me Jones here. I think he's going to win, and I don't mind the under either. The ends ITD.
Yeah, under 2.5 could definitely be a play. I could see a Johns finish as well. I think he's got the power advantage. His cardio is looking a little bit better as of lately as well. I don't think Douglas De Silva Andrade is going to be able to take him down. If anything, I think Johns can get takedowns here. So I think he has the upside there. And just like you said, the rapid decline could be coming from Douglas De Silva de Andrade. I know we haven't seen it too much, and he's facing high-level competition. But I think people are going to sleep on Johns for that reason. So, yeah, I like Miles Johns here. I'm not too opinionated on the under 2.5 because I could see it still go to decision. Silva de Andrade's been historically tough, but Johns does crack as well. So I like Miles Johns also here in this spot, Daryl.
Nice.
Minus 142.
Okay. And what about the just took some money, man. Fucking hell, minus 142. Jesus. I bet him at a much better price than that. And that's why it pays to sign up to my service and be on my service, because you're getting early bets and way better lines that we're giving out on Parlay Maness. And let me tell you something now, at the end of the year, when you're getting plus 110s instead of minus 140s, when you're getting plus 180s instead of plus 120s, let me tell you something now, big difference in your bank balance. That's compounding interest, but that's neither here or there. What's the ends ITD, brother?
You see that? That's the line mover right there. Sheesh.
Bang.
Ends ITD is plus 115, bro. I'll let you decide on that. I don't have an opinion.
Yeah, it's nice, bro. I'll keep it. What about the under 2.5? 140, you're saying?
Plus 145.
Kind of like that better, to be honest.
All right.
But John's is a bit of a gasser, bro. So
Yeah. I'll you decide on that one. +1. I think +115 is better personally.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. My man AW, how's the camp going, Lucra? When is your fight? So fight news may be coming soon, bro. So just watch out. Unfortunately, yesterday I took a terrible injury in sparring. Basically, my calf completely died. I got the Sean O'Malley, the Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier treatment. And my perennial nerve switched off, and I've never felt that before. So fucking hell, I have a newfound respect for those fighters who get calf kicks, and I always did. Right, I never thought that they was like faking it or something. But man, when you feel it yourself, I woke up this morning and I can fucking barely walk, bro. So it was a random fluke. Like I've been leg kicked 1,000 times, man, and that's never happened to me. And I got kicked once in a bad spot when I was planted on the back foot and they tried to sweep me. And instead of sweeping me, they hit me on the nerve in the back. And I didn't get swept, but the calf just took the whole impact. If I would have got swept, if I had less balance, it probably would have been better because I probably would have just, I would have just been swept and all the force would have been taken away. But because the calf took the whole force, bro, I've got my leg elevated right now. It's a bad injury, man. But I'll be all right in a couple of days. It's a bit of a random one. So I think they improve in about a week or something.
Yeah, bro, going shin to shin, that's the worst. And obviously, just that bottom part right there, once it hits the nerve, it's even just hit yourself there with your knuckle a few times, you find it. You'll figure it out.
Bro, I never ever felt it before on the calf, because Muay Thai, we don't really kick the calf, and the reason you don't kick the calf in Muay Thai is because it's easy to check, man. Like if you're a good checker, you check that shit all day. But MMA, the stance is a bit different, right? MMA, you're waiting for the takedowns. MMA, it's more bladed. With Muay Thai, you're more front on, so the shin is already there. You're not side on, so it's actually harder to kick the calf, right? Because like if you're facing somebody straight on, you have to step to the side to hit the calf. Whereas in MMA, the stance is a little bit more side on, so it's easier to get the calf. So we don't really kick the calf too much in Muay Thai. That's why I haven't really felt it before. This was random because they tried to sweep me from behind, like they stepped to the side, and then that's why the calf was available. So I never felt it, but fuck, it hurt, bro. Like I still sparred the next round, but Jesus Christ, I couldn't even feel my leg, bro. But Joshua's saying, when am I starting Kappa fight? Maybe I should start it one day, bro. What do you reckon? Like, you reckon we should start Kappa fights, bro? Because a lot of these motherfuckers talk shit online and they ain't never done nothing in their
you're
life,
not gonna
bro.
get me in that, dog. I ain't fighting. Not me.
You'll sub all of these motherfuckers, bro. Why not, bro? You'll be champion, bro.
How much you gonna pay me, bro? So maybe I'll do it.
You know what? In talking about payment, we could definitely sort something out and then do like a pay-per-view or something. I would never do this, bro, anyway, because no one would turn up anyway, right? But I'm just saying, like, it's a good thought experiment. Like,
my boy
we could
Fernando
probably
would.
get. Bro, there's a few people that actually.
Yeah, Fernando Rodney, he's 100% showing up, bro.
Oh, Fernando Rodney, bro. Fernando Rodney's the man, bro. Like he would just take it. He would just kill us all, bro. We'd have to do like a 4-on-1 or some shit, like the Eddie Hall shit.
Yeah,
like,
those two midgets, bro, for real.
Me and you running at Fernando Rodney, bro.
Fucking, I fought him, bro. It was a scrap. Can't tell you what happened, but shit.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
That would be good fun, bro. But maybe one day. Who knows?
Bro, next fight, Timothy Kawamba, -195, +160 on Lucas Almeida. I'll take this one. I think, great comment, by the way. I think Timothy Kawamba is going to keep this fight on the feet. I think he's got the boxing, the crisper boxing, the cleaner boxing. He's a lot quicker. He's a lot more fast to the punch. His jab is going to give Lucas Almeida a lot of problems as well. And I think the pull counters are going to be there. He's going to set him up early. Lucas Almeida is going to shoot takedowns. I think he's going to get stuffed. Kawamba has a wrestling background. He fought his last fight also on super short notice without his coach. I think his coach being in his corner is going to be a big help. His training's obviously very focused as well. This is Dewey Cooper's guy. So he's like he's his main guy right there. Him, Zell Huber, those guys. So obviously the training's very focused. You could say the grappling might not be there, but I think he's very defensively grappling. He likes to defend the grappling, stay away from it, and I don't think Almeida's takedown game is the best anyway. he's been washed on the mat before as well by guys like Pat Sabatini, who obviously is really good, but also is really old, and you should probably be able to chin that guy before you get taken down. And I don't know if I'm going to hold him for that loss. Obviously, Sabatini's great once he gets it to the ground, but I just think he's a little bit weaker than Timothy Kawamba as well. Kawamba's going to be able to avoid those situations that he needs to and just piece him up on the feet. Should be a good one, but I got Kawamba here, probably by KO, actually.
Yeah, I got Kawamba here too. I'm actually quite high on Kawamba. I bet on him against Vogel. It was a very close decision. He was the underdog there. I was very happy with the plus 150 I got on him. And then I also bet on him again as an underdog against that Oki dude, right? And I was actually very disappointed in that fight, bro. He didn't fight well there. I feel like that's a very winnable fight for him, and it was like a punch in the gut because I was like, damn, man, like I thought this guy was way better than that. And I don't know, he really didn't show up there. I want to give him a pass. But you know, it was short notice. He didn't prepare for it. It was upper weight class, but he just didn't perform. Even though it was short notice and upper weight class, he didn't really perform
His coach
at all.
wasn't there either. Like, imagine like you got to go into a fight and your
that's
coach
another
ain't
one.
even there.
Even with all that into the pot, I still think it was a disappointing performance. You know what I mean? Like, there's a level, right? Like, yeah, I think that your performance should drop if you don't have a coach. I think it should drop if it's short notice. But I actually think it dropped below what it should have done. So it's kind of got me second guessing Kawamba a little bit now. Like, wow, was I really wrong? Actually, maybe he's not the fighter I thought he was. But I'm gonna give him a pass, bro. Like, I'm gonna give him a pass. I think he's a good fighter, bro. I think he has some upside in the UFC. I honestly do. So if he does, if I'm right about him, which I usually am right about fighters, like I'm a good nose for this is literally what I do for a profession. I know what I'm talking about. I'm usually good at picking fighters to go on and do well. I've done it with multiple fighters like Amanda Lemos when no one knew what her name was, Peyton Talbot when no one knew how good he was. Like, I've done it with many fighters. I think Kwamba's a good fighter. I don't think he's championship. I don't think he's going to be champion level, but I do think he's a good fighter. I'll pick Kawamba to win this fight. I'll pick him to win it via knockout as well.
I'll make a wild one, and I did say this actually before his first fight. I think Josh Van will be UFC champion at some point at 125. That's my call.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it for sure, bro.
Said it before his first fight too, by the way. I know a few people,
Nice.
few witnesses.
Oh.
So yeah, dude, I don't mind it.
If that happens, that's crazy cool.
I know, bro. Super young guy too, right? Nobody even thought he was gonna beat Zaga, so they literally laughed at me. I'm like, all right, let's see. And now they're all betting him, right? So let's see what happens. But that's a tough call for sure. We're gonna go at Kawamba here, minus 195.
Yeah.
I like him, and I even like the KO, to be honest. I think he knocks this guy out. Plus 165.
How much?
Plus 165. Yeah. Makes it a little bit easier, a little bit better. All right, bro. Okay. Shit, yeah, we're here. Main event. Tatsuro Taira versus Alex Perez. Give the people what they have came for, my brother. What do you got on this one? Banger of a fight.
I wish I could give an in-depth breakdown on this one, but I don't. I just not really confident, JB. Like, when you're talking about the lines, when you're talking about what can happen in the fight, I can see the fight playing out a couple of different ways. We spoke about this fight a little bit, spoke about the striking. I don't think anyone could be confident in the striking of either fighter. Obviously, Taira's striking is improving. But fuck, man, he's been caught on the feet a couple of times, bro. You go back and watch that Chairez fight. He got cracked hard there. He's been cracked in a couple fights. I don't really think he's the best striker. I mean, the guy's a jiu-jitsu guy. You know what I mean? Like, let's not kid ourselves. But, he's got that weird janky in and out movement. I think it could cause Perez a couple of issues. But I think over 5 rounds, Perez will figure him out on the feet. I honestly do. But obviously, it's not going to be on the feet for 5 rounds, right? Taira's going to take him down. He's going to try and take him down. I think he can probably even get the back from standing positions. Let's not forget, man, Mokaev really didn't perform well against Perez and still had his back in that first round, still got 2 minutes left in that first round. It might be a first-round submission for Muhammad Mokaev. Let's not forget that. People are thinking that Perez had an amazing performance against Mokaev, but I think it was more than Mokaev underperformed, and he still fucked him up in that first round towards the end of that first round. And I think that if Taira gets to that position, he's a much better finisher than Muhammad Mokaev, in my opinion. So I think that Taira probably gets his submission win here, but I would never pay Taira at minus 170 because it's a massive, massive step up in competition.
Minus 200.
Yeah, so the lines move now. It's a massive step up in competition. It's one of the biggest step up in competitions we've seen in recent times. I can't really think of a time to step up in competition. Really, I can't really think of one.
You're cutting in and out
Carlos
a little bit, bro.
Fernandez.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
I think Taira gets it done inside the distance. What about you?
Yeah, I don't know if I could bet minus 200 on Taira, but I do think he gets it done ITD. I think the KO is live as well. I think there's some value on the KO at plus 650, 5 rounds to do it as well. I think it generally tends to come later. I don't think we know much about the cardio of Taira the later the fight goes, but I think Perez does slow down quite a bit. We saw him slow down in a few fights. The Mokaev fight specifically, he didn't really have any urgency to try to even finish it against the gassed out Mokaev. The fight again against let me go back and look at this guy's record because now we're talking UFC stats. I think the leg kicks could be a path, but he got subbed a couple times. Alexander Pantoja, that was a quick one. I got to give him a pass for that one. But the Davison Figueiredo one, obviously a bunch of scrambles there. I've got to think Taira can make a similar game plan, get him to the ground at some point, and then I think the grappling, once he's on top, is going to be a big problem for Perez. But Perez does have some good wrestling, some decent wrestling defense. Say what you want about him, but 82%, bro, I think that's solid. But he has been finished once he gets to the mat, and I think Taira has a different way, a different approach than some of these guys at getting the fight to the mat that he will be able to implement here and use some of his advantages in the body lock, put him on the ground. And I think he's going to find his spot in this fight to get the submission. So I like Taira here, but I don't know if I'll be putting him in any parlays at minus 200 at this point. And Perez is a pretty tough dude as well. Wouldn't be shocked. That's all I got, my man.
Nice, bro. So what's the plus TV legs on this one? I am cutting out, so we'll try and like have you speaking a little bit more, and I'll just chime in when I can.
Yeah, I don't got really much for this one, bro, but I'll let you write down what you want, and I will be down to make these parlays, bro. Let's get it.
What about the Enzyme TD?
Minus 225. I think both these guys are pretty durable and at flyweight, but both guys are very potent finishers. It's minus 260, so actually went down a little bit. I don't know, bro. That's a tough call. I think I do think it ends ITD, but I don't think that line is anything good.
What's Taira ITD?
Minus like 110, I think it was.
ITD, bro. Write it down, or what do we think?
I honestly probably, if I'm gonna use it, I'm just gonna use it at this point. So I'll let you figure. If you want to use it, write it down.
No, I don't really care.
I already got an idea of what I'm probably
going
to be using anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only got 8 fights written down for TV legs. I guess we just didn't like some of the fights. What's the co-main event?
Shit card.
Did I miss that one? What's the co-main event? Can't be Kawamba.
Yeah, because it was Ekram versus Chikali, and it got canceled, bro.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, what? Kawamba's co-main event?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't even have that many bets on this card. So, that's where I'm at with it.
All right, bro.
Going to be completely transparent.
All right, so I've got our plus CV legs, bro.
I think we could get it done. You want me to go first?
Yeah, bro, go on.
All right, per usual, I could go first. All right, I'm going to go with, I think we both like Carly Judas. And I'll pair her.
You do what you want.
Yeah, I like Carly Judas. I will pair her with Timothy Kawamba. And
Okay.
I will also pair it with the over 2.5 in the Pastry versus Knutson fight.
All right, I'm gonna try to add that up for you. My phone just ran out of battery, so I'm gonna have to do it on the old computer,
I can
which
add
is
up.
fine. If you can do it faster than me, then by all means.
Sure.
I'm writing it down. So yeah, go on then. Plus 141, plus 195, and minus 350.
Plus 141, plus 195. Nah, minus 195.
Minus 195.
Yep.
And minus
And
350.
minus 350. Plus 369.
Yeah.
369.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, let's go.
369 the wrap. All right. All right, my turn.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna be going with Brady Hiestand.
Okay. Plus 165.
You know what I'm actually gonna do? Brady Hiestand round 3 decision.
Okay, what's the odds on that?
Plus 225.
Okay.
And then I'll go with Quinlan KO at plus 145, bro. I'll just
Plus
leave it at that.
145. That's going to give us plus 696. Okay, we're making it. We're making it.
696. Talking about six nines today, bro. Loads of 6 9s. Actually, all the numbers are a multiple of 3 at the moment. For any of you conspiracy theorists or weird stoners out there.
Yes, sir. Like me. Oh, okay, let's do this, bro. I'm gonna pair Miles Johns with Van round 3 decision. So that's minus 142 and plus 310. Van round 3 decision and Miles Johns. We're getting plus 599, brother. Sheesh, 99. Really popping up with those, dog.
2-leg parlay.
What's it, episode 19? Oh, no, episode 18. What's 9? Come on.
This is a good one as well. Like, JB, he's a bit tired, so, I had to run through the shit quickly. So, we can do a faster show if we want, but usually me and JB just kicking it, and we just enjoy talking shit for a while. We go back and forth, so that's why the episodes drag. But if we want to do a fast episode like today, we can do it. We have it in us. And then on top of that, I was chatting shit for like 12 minutes at the start because I was waiting for you. Because you was waiting for me initially. I'm not saying that, but I was chatting shit for like 12 minutes. So, man, we could have made this episode probably like fucking 1 hour altogether if we really wanted to. But I like hanging out with you for 2 hours, bro. So that's why we never usually rush it.
Yeah, no rush for me, bro. I love this shit. I'll be here every weekend. You could count on me. So, I'm down for the cause,
All right.
bro. It is what it is. A little bit late
Yes,
here
sir.
for sure. 124. I definitely do want to get to bed at some point or another. But also at the same time, I think the important part of it is to win the parlays. Make sure we're getting the plus EV legs. And honestly, for me, the reason I'm dry on this one, and dry on some fights, I have some good breakdowns on some of them, but this just isn't a big card for me, bro. I don't have a high amount of bets. Confidence in the bets I do like. I like Hiestand. I like Van, but I like a lot of these guys, but not a high volume amount of bets for me on this card. Is it my turn?
No, it's my turn.
Okay.
We don't have a lot to work with. This is going to be one of those weeks where like we're doubling down on certain fights and certain bets. So like we're either going to get smoked because we'll have our reads. Like we'll have one read on a fight and that'll be spread out over 3 separate bets. So if that one read is wrong, we've literally destroyed our half-ass slate, which doesn't always happen. But when there's not a lot of fights, there's a fight cancellation, when there's a lot of fights that we don't have a strong read on, like this week, that's what happens. So we're either going to sink or swim this week, JB. It's not going to be like, Patch Dam, Saudi Cab. Good. Sabay.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think we'll be able to get it
Okay.
done, bro. At the end of the day, just gonna have to pair up ones. I'm always down to use some different kind of legs, like Knutson or some of these different props. But yeah, we didn't use Quinlan money line yet. I don't think so. If you wanted to use that one, you're welcome to use it. This is your parlay, bro.
So
Why am I even
yeah,
talking?
I've got one. I've got one lined up. I got Shailin ends ITD at -115.
Nice.
Jones ends ITD at +115. What's that getting me, JB? Oh, you know what? Don't worry. And then on top of that, Judas GTD at -190. I'm just gonna stick with that. It's gonna be a nice +500 or something.
Plus 115, and -190. Is that what it was?
First one is -115. The other two was correct.
Okay. So -115, plus 115, and -190.
Yeah.
It's plus 514. Sheesh.
Nice. Yeah, that's it, bro. Now parlay 5. This is the joint parlay, bro.
Yeah, so I'm gonna add. I think we should sprinkle in some Josh Van money line, bro. We both really like that one. That was when we were both.
So he can't. He can't. Yeah, I'm down, but we won't put him in the money line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, I like Josh Van here in the spot.
For sure, Van +1. All right, sweet. That's your contribution. Let me see what I got going on it.
Yeah,
I might go Kawamba, but we need Kawamba for the money line parlay.
Yeah.
Can we put Kawamba in 3 times? Is that a bit much? Or?
Nah, I think we should stick to like a prop here or something. Something we both like.
Should we put Kawamba KO in this one?
Did we not use that yet?
We ain't used Kawamba KO. I think we only used Kawamba. Yeah, you used Kawamba.
I don't want him in 3 parlays this week. I'd rather use like Miles Johns here, bro.
Don't you think Kawamba KO is better than putting Kawamba in the money line again? Like in the money line one? Or do you think putting him in the money line is better than using his KO?
I mean, we could just leave him out of the money line parlay, yeah. I just don't. I mean, I'd rather go with like Van, Taira, Johns, something like that, and then add maybe Kawamba.
I don't want to put Taira in. It's too much of a step up, bro. I don't want to put Taira in. No, I don't want to put Taira in. I don't think there's any value on it, bro. Yeah. Like, I think he probably gets the win. I do kind of believe that Perez will make a mistake over 5, but I think pre-fight, it's hard to say. It's hard to say there's value on Taira. Post-fight, it might be Taira's -500, but I think pre-fight, it's kind of hard to say there's value on it. We've got Jones. We've only got Jones in 1 at the moment. But the thing is, don't you think we'll put Jones in the money line parlay? Like money line parlay.
If we do right here, yeah, you're right. I mean, we're gonna have to put somebody in the money line parlay.
That's what I'm saying. If we do Kawamba KO here,
Kawamba KO, Josh Van plus 623. Bam.
Yeah, is that it? Yeah, well, let's do that then. Yep. Plus 173 and plus 165. Yeah.
Yep. Now I gotta try this.
2-leg parlay at what? Plus what, bro?
What's up?
What was the parlay?
I don't remember now. Plus 173, plus 165, plus 623.
Yeah, Horner's saying this, but like, bro, that's what I literally just said. That's what I just said like 5 minutes ago. Did you not hear what I said?
We have Van in more than 1 already.
And it's not.
I thought we only have him in 2 so far.
No, we got him in 2. So if if Joshua Van loses, then
literally
2 are gone.
All right,
sorry, bro. What did you say? You know what? Do you reckon it's better to put the plus 150 ITD in? Because Tristan's saying plus 150 ITV. Kawamba.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see him submitting him, bro. That's a good honesty. But yeah,
that's a good shout from Tristan. I think we should do that, bro.
He's right.
Nice, Tristan.
No, I mean, you're right.
Thanks for that, Tristan.
I'd be pissed if you subbed him. So you're right. What's plus
173 and plus 150 then?
Plus 583. I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah. You know what? I forgot, bro. We're gonna do this. What Big Bird said. We're gonna actually add on Nate Maness money line in all the parlays, and my boy Clint knows I love him. It's all love, bro. I'm trying to look out for him. At the end of the day, I've been gambling for 15 years, and like, if I see someone making what I believe to be a mistake, and I consider them someone that is a friend, as he showed me a lot of love, then I'm gonna try and improve his betting process. And that's what I do for the last 6 years anyway. All my content is to help you guys improve your betting process based on the mistakes I've made. So not only do I do it on YouTube videos, I'll also do it on a tweet to my man Clint. But yeah, we won't be doing this for sure.
Fuck it, why not?
JB special, bro.
All right, we're gonna go with. I mean, I don't even fucking know, bro. Give me Milk Costa by knockout. Plus.
We already bet Shia bro.
You bet Shia?
Yeah, I put him in. Oh, did we not put
Who's
him
the
in?
under?
No. Oh,
Bro,
okay.
isn't this my fucking
Oh,
parlay?
why did I not? Yeah, but we don't ever go against each other. That's what I mentioned.
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, to be honest, I didn't.
For me.
I didn't bet. I didn't bet Shia Lynn. I wrote him down as a leg, but I didn't bet him.
I got it. It's gonna be shit. Okay. This week sucks, bro. Give me Flick round one
yeah,
sub.
It's fucking shit.
Give me Flick round one sub. Plus plus 825.
Yeah.
And then give me
Johnson sub.
Nah, that's fucking crazy, bro.
That's what JB.
You like Johnson sub?
Not
crazy,
really.
bro.
I mean, I like 25 to 1. Do I like it as a fucking parlay with Flick sub 1? I don't know about that.
Fucking no, bro. You come up with this week, then, bro. I don't even know. I don't have a JB special.
Do I think he subs in more than 25 out of times in 1 year? Probably around about 20, maybe 1 in 20.
Yeah, it's plus 1800.
You got to do it, bro. JB special, bro. It's you. I'm JB, but this is your JB.
Well, I mean, like, my favorite prop on the board is Milk Costa by KO, and you're not letting me use it, so I don't got shit.
All right,
bro.
go on, do that, bro. No. All right, go.
I just don't know anything.
KO. And Flick, yeah, but bro, like you've already got a plus 800, so you reality you only need like a plus 200 to make it kind of a madness.
All right, Flick sub, and then Flick round one sub, and Brady Hiestand round 3 decision. That's my parlay,
bro. You should just do Costa KO now, because if that shit hits, you ain't gonna let me live it down, bro. And all I said is we never go against each other. That's all I said, but. If that shit hits, which, bro, there's a good chance to hit. Like, if that shit hits, you're gonna go crazy at me. So
then let me do it, motherfucker. All right,
yeah, do it. Please do it, bro.
Bro, this is my parlay. Plus 400, Costa KO, Brady Hiestand money line. That's my parlay. There it is.
What, you got Flick round one or not?
No, just plus 400 round one, or Costa KO. Brady Hiestand money line. That's plus 165. I'm getting plus 1225. 1 unit to win 1225 units. It's Christmas, baby.
All right, tell me the odds again.
Plus 1225.
Just the odds for the parlay. Okay, sweet. All right, JB's breaking the rules and going against me, but it's all good. All right, we got the money line parlay.
I think you did it last week with Daniel Marcos and a hit.
Yeah, but you didn't write Castaneda as a money line leg. I think you just called him to win.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I guess you can't see the money line legs right now. I'm looking at them because I rate them on my screen only because we ain't got the double.
Yeah, let's go. We got money line parlay, bro. If I don't get this out in the next minute or two, dog, I'm passing the fuck out. My eyes are literally closing. I didn't think I was gonna be this tired.
All right, let's do it. I've been like the fastest I've ever been just for this JB. So
shit, bro. Well,
let's get it finished.
I'm like on death's door right now.
All right, bro. We're on the last parlay, bro. Yeah, just stick in for one more parlay and then you can go die.
I'm here, brother.
I guess we have to put Quinlan, because we didn't put Quinlan in anything other than the Quinlan KO. So, we can't put Van in. We can't put Kawamba in. So we've put Quinlan in. But see now I want to put Shia Lynn in. Should we just do it? Because you're gonna die. So we've already put Hiestand in like what 3
Yeah,
now?
I think
I'm
Judas
just putting
makes
in another
sense,
one.
bro.
Yeah, how many did we put her in? Just one, yeah. All right,
I
sweet.
think one. I think John's makes sense as well.
How many?
I
How
think-
many's in John? Is John's in?
I don't know, bro. I can't see it.
All right, John's NZTD. Miles Johns is only in one, so we use John's again. So we've got 3 at the moment. We've got Quinlan, Judas, and Johns. Should we just add that up? Minus 120. Don't worry, JB, bro. We're almost there. Minus 120, minus 142, and plus 141. JB death
What is-
gassing right now.
What's
He
it?
usually shows up with elite cardio, but I don't know what's going on. You know what? He's
bro, I'm
making too
fucking
much
tired.
of a quick
It's 1:30 in the
turnaround.
morning. That's what's going on, brother. I'm fucking beat. It's been a long day. And you know what? When you had hit me up earlier,
A
I was
5 round
up
up.
and yeah, I was up. I was at it, bro. And then it just hit me as soon as like you sent me a link. It hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was gonna back out then, bro. Yeah. What do we got?
All right, well,
Minus
good man, bro.
142.
You push through. All heart. All heart. Yeah, we got. Well, what did you want? Minus 142, minus 120, plus 141.
Nice. Plus 141.
Yeah.
653. Nice. Yeah,
Just
we're
leave it
all
at
like
that, bro.
these are all pretty good odds range too. Like I think they're all hittable. So
Yeah, still around 500, 653.
yeah, we've been playing in that
All
odds
right, bro,
range. I
done.
think it's a good idea.
Done, bro. Yeah. Shout
Let's
out.
go.
You came
Thank you,
on
bro.
even though you was death gassed. You pushed through to the final round. You made it to decision, bro.
I'm
You won via
DDP.
decision, so
DDP,
good man, bro.
baby.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thanks for
Heck
coming
yeah.
on, brother.
And fucking whack week, honestly, in my opinion. I hope you win a ton of money, bro, but I will not be betting this card heavily. I have some way better bets coming next week for the Whitaker versus Alaskarov card. It's not Shemaev anymore, so that's some
Thumbs
big
up.
news. I know you probably talked about this earlier. And, dude, what the heck is going on? My man paid 27 G's for the tickets. We got to get the refund. Uncle Dana, if not, I am going to have my bubby call you, and she has every coupon in the book. You already know. She's got every Jewish trick. This man ain't going. And if not, I got a Jewish lawyer. Motherfucker they ain't going to get you, James. They ain't going to get you because they said it's false advertisement. False advertisement. That's it. Fucking bums.
Bro, you need to hook me up with that Jewish lawyer, bro. 27K is too much to be watching. What
it's
fucking
me. No,
Alex Perez is a good fighter, but Alex Perez is a good fighter, but bro, I want to see Conor McGregor. So we'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. Honestly, I thought they might do like Chandler versus Charles Oliveira. I thought that would have been a crazy fight.
They tried to do that.
But
they tried to do it, but I think Charles didn't want it. From what I heard, Charles didn't want it.
I will say, Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez, for me, that's a banger, bro. Like, I'm excited to see
good
that
fight,
fight.
Bro. But the whole reason was to see McGregor because I haven't seen him perform, and obviously he's the biggest showman in history, so it's all good.
Yeah. Feel bad for Ortega and Lopez, like they're gonna get shitted on now. But yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend, bro. We're gonna link up. We're gonna do the podcast out there. It's gonna be good times, and we'll be on the same time zone, so ain't no excuses for me. If I start falling asleep, you can just fucking wake me up.
Who wants to see a live podcast? Parlay Madness. I've been saying a podcast with Narco plays in a Lambo. I cut off a little bit there, but I've been saying I want to do Lambo plays in a Lambo, and I want to do Parlay Madness with my guy in person, and we'll see how this rerun goes. I don't know what these motherfuckers are going to say, and don't worry, JB, me and you can speak on the DMs, but if I make it out there to little old Vegas, then you already know a few madnesses are going to go down, and the Parlay Madness is going to be first on the list, bro.
Heck yeah, my boy. It will all work out. Yep, for sure. They ain't gonna get away with it. I'll tell you that.
All right, bro. Thanks for coming on, man. Good luck this weekend.
Nah, thank you for having me, bro. Appreciate you. Let's hit. Peace.
All right, let's go, boys. Shout out to everyone. Good luck on all of your bets. And I will be back in a couple of days with some content as usual. And going to have more content on my personal channel. Probably speak about my experience out here in Thailand. I've been getting a lot of messages. How is the training? Is it fun, etc., etc.? Is it intense? Can I come out here, etc., etc.? So yeah, I'll give a little recap on things. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just here training twice a day, on top of a mountain, eating twice a day, training twice a day, and that's it. Outside of that, I'm just working. So sometimes I'm just a little bit bored with my time. So I'll be making some videos and that. And yeah, shout out to everyone. Go follow my personal channel on YouTube if you haven't done that. Just type in James G Blissett, James Blissett Gambler, whatever, and it'll come up. And that's it, boys. Good luck on all your bets this weekend. Hopefully you cash. Hopefully the parlay madness goes on a 3rd week streak. 45 units already. Like I said at the start of the stream, it's ridiculous profit. I mean, there's no denying numbers, you know. So 45 units, we're going to keep running it up, boys. See where we are at the end of the year. As always, long-term, all that matters, boys. Nothing matters about 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, even 6 months. 12 months yearly is all that matters. So let's see where we are at the end of the year. It's been a good year so far. I'm going to keep pushing, man. Shout out to everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.